Welcome to the Missouri Valley Conference men's basketball game of the week on the Valley on ESPN as the Illinois State Redbirds play host to the Bradley Braves. Greetings from CEFCU Arena in Normal, Illinois. I'm Telly Hughes, and I'm joined by David Kaplan. Cap, throw away the records when the I-74 rivalry goes down because it's always riveting.
Yeah, Telly, great point. And I was there 2 weeks ago when this matchup went to overtime down in Peoria. Now you have a red-hot Braves team that's among the best in the league rolling in to see if they can sweep the series.
Tied atop of the Missouri Valley Conference. A couple of players to watch in tonight's ball game. We'll start with Bradley's Malavi Leon.
Coming off a 19-point effort, athletic, has really done a good job finishing in transition, and now he's expanded it out to the three-point line. 4 of 6 the other day in a win over Northern Iowa. When you can get that type of productivity and the length he plays with, he's tough to stop.
And on the Redbird side, Darius Burford, he's really been getting it going as of late.
Yeah, they're going to need him to be at his very best. They've got a couple of injuries they're dealing with tonight. Darius can push the tempo. He goes hard to the glass. He'll give you almost 4 rebounds a game at 6 for 9 from the floor. He's a very good scorer, 3 for 3 from beyond the arc.
Here are tonight's starting lineups, a presentation of Grinnell Mutual Insurance. Trust in tomorrow. As we're taking a look at the Bradley Braves right now, that's Rink Mast. Along with Mast, it'll be Dean, Leons, Hickman, and Zek Montgomery will make up that backcourt along with Connor Hickman. On the Redbird side, first-year head coach Ryan Pedon's Redbirds. He's had a lot of different lineups so far this season, and tonight he'll roll with Kazuki, Poindexter, Knight, McChesney, and Lewis. The stage is set. CEFCU Arena will be rocking tonight. The I-74 rivalry, another edition, is off and running. The Redbirds will have first possession.
Illinois State came out very strong in the matchup in Peoria. They were able to get going early, play with confidence, and it was a slog all night long, and Bradley wore him down and won it in overtime.
The Redbirds coming off a 90-75 loss to Belmont. Kazuki off the mark.
Good job by Rink Mast there to tap that one so that Bradley could get off on the secondary break. Now they have to set their offense up and get it rolling.
That's Leons with the drive, bucket, count it.
Malavi Leons gives you athleticism at the rim. As I said to you a couple minutes ago, able to step out on the floor and knock down the three. There off the deck, really tough to stop. Here's your keys to the game for Bradley from the get-go, which we just saw that, and then pound the rock. That's right, pound it inside. You've got an advantage. For Illinois State, you came close last time. Finish the job at home and defend what is yours, your building.
Caps Keys brought to you by Explore St. Louis. The Valley is making its way to St. Louis for Arch Madness 2023 on March 2nd through the 5th. So start your planning now at ExploreSt.Louis.com. As the Braves take an early 3-0 lead thanks to Malavi Leons coming off a 19-point game against UNI. Down low, here's McChesney on Leons. And up with the left hand, can't get it to go. And that's a good shot over the MVC's leading shot blocker, Leons.
Yeah, it was a really nice move by McChesney. Did a good job, a little fake, try to get the defender in the air, just shot popped out on him.
Here's Mast, finds Leons, big to big, good passing.
That is an outstanding pass, Rink Mast. And I promise you, Rink Mast is locked in. He struggled mightily, and I'm a huge fan of how he plays. He did not have a good game in Peoria when these two teams met. He's locked in.
Here's Lewis. And it's Mast. Called for the blocking foul.
Just a click late, Telly. Just a click late getting his feet set. Good call.
Good call, Kendall Lewis. Trying to make something happen in the lane. Baseline out for the Redbirds. Here's Poindexter off the screen. Off the mark.
Illinois State's got to get rolling quick.
It's like a turnover. The Braves' first turnover of the ball game.
Yep. Pass ahead, trying to get that break going, and they stepped on the sideline.
At shoot-around this morning, Ryan Peden said he really wanted his Redbirds team to kind of get the Braves in a hurry, really up the pace, and hopefully they can make some mistakes, kind of catch them out of position.
Because if you have to go inside against Leons and Rink Mast, there's an advantage there for a really good Bradley team. We got an offensive foul, wipe out the basket. You know, you're staring now at a 5-0 deficit almost 2.5 minutes in. Illinois State needs to get something going offensively.
Yes, because this Bradley Braves team is a long team. You have Leons, who stands at 6'9", but with a 7-foot wingspan. And that's basically all their front court guys, and that's Mass down low.
I talked about it the last time I did their game. His footwork has come so far. This kid's a really solid player. And I promise you, the first time they met, when they watched tape to get ready, he went, that will not happen again.
Here's Knight. Loses the ball. Turnover. Bradley basketball.
Ryan Peden's going to go to the bench immediately.
Arona Sissoko checks in for McChesney.
So just have a short bench. They just don't have depth to be able to wear people down. And the last time these two teams met, going into overtime, Illinois State had 4 or 5 guys that literally were on the ground cramping up.
Yes, short bench for Ryan Peden. Darius Burford, who's been a starter all year, has gone to the bench over the last 3 games as Hickman on a turnaround. Leons, offensive rebound, working on Lewis. Down low, kicks it back out to Dean. Duke Dean out front, tries the 3-ball. Long. Mass with the rebound. The Redbirds can't secure a defensive rebound. And you can't give this Bradley team second and third opportunities.
Cannot, and that's what we were just talking about with the length.
Leons tries a 3. That's off. 4th chance for the Braves. Try another 3. Here's Leons. No good again.
Great steal.
And that's Kazuki, who just rips it out of Mass's hands. Malachi Poindexter trying to get Sissoko to get a high screen. The size has really played a factor early on here. Bradley Braves have out-rebounded the Redbirds 7-0. And that'll take us to our first timeout. We'll step aside with 15:51 to go. And the Redbirds have yet to reach the scoreboard.
It can game smoother than ever. With nightography, it can take selfies in low light. Click. And with a longer battery life and US Cellular's 5G network, it can stream my favorite shows around the clock.
Amazing. Can it go back in the back?
Yeah, it can go back into the bank.
Okay. Did you just kiss the phone?
The new Samsung Galaxy S23. Free for everyone from US Cellular.
I kissed it?
Yes.
Game on. See ya. Permission to launch. Bend with the wind. Almost there.
The Sport Clips MVP haircut experience is like nothing else in the world. And now, it's better than ever. It's a perfectly steamed hot towel, infused with our signature scent. A a 7-point massaging shampoo. And neck and shoulder, Nirvana. Oh yeah. The MVP haircut experience, only at Sport Clips.
The Valley on ESPN is brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. A little less than 5 minutes played so far. Bradley Braves up 7-0, and these two teams met a couple of weeks ago in Peoria, a game that went into overtime, a game the Redbirds felt like they should win. And Cap, you were there. A highly contested ball game.
It was. There were some late fouls that did the Redbirds in. I thought their compete level was outstanding. As I said to you a little bit ago, Rink Mast really struggled, missed some free throws, just didn't have a Rink Mast kind of game. And watching him warm up today and talking with Brian Wardle, who I've known for so many years, thought this kid's locked in. He's going to come ready to play. And Illinois State has got to get some more movement out of their offense, and they got to get something going toward the basket.
Down low, great pass. Hickman finishes. Connor Hickman with the layup. It's now a 9-0 lead. Hickman on the defensive end.
Boy, Sissoko was wide open on screen roll, and Hickman broke it up. Great play.
Yeah, it just seems like the Redbirds are very stagnant right now. We'll see if Knight can create something with 4 to shoot. That's long. The drought continues. Here's Jashawn Henry, who was checked in the game, number 22 for the Braves.
He should be the 6th man of the year in the league.
And that was Ville Tavanen.
Yeah, he will have a pro career in Europe. Ville Tavanen is just a hard-nosed, tough kid, and he makes shots. I think you see him playing in Europe next year.
Braves showing some great defense right now. As Knight gets around, 6 to shoot, another steal. Malavai Leons. I can see why Bradley is second in the Missouri Valley Conference in total steals, as Leons finds Hickman. And the Braves step out of bounds. Some more substitutions coming in. Darius Burford for the Redbirds, along with Joe Petrakis.
So Ryan Peden's in his first year, and he's got to rebuild this thing. And I really like this guy out of Ohio State. A really good young coach. He's a really good guy. He likes being in this community. It's just going to take a little bit of time.
Yes. If this community can be patient with Coach Peden, I think good things are on the horizon for this Redbirds program. As a foul is called, number 10, Connor Hickman, is whistled for the foul.
Because the guy they replaced, Dan Muller, I'm a Dan Muller fan. I like him. He had a long run here. He was a heck of a player. Dan had a lot of success here. Yes. A lot of success.
So it's not the easiest of jobs to take, especially coming in after someone who had a legendary playing career and a successful coaching career as well.
Totally agree. And now you're dealing with name, image, likeness. You're dealing with transfer portal. Anybody in the country at this level says, oh, all of a sudden I'm going to hear North Carolina or Kentucky or whoever. Yeah, you want to leave. It's a tough way to coach today.
The Redbirds' leading scorer from last year, Antonio Reeves, ended up in Kentucky.
That's my point.
Yes.
They come down with their big checkbook.
Yeah.
Right.
Here's Duke Dean surveying the scene. Mass tries a 3. Big fella says, I can step out too.
Big fella knocks one down. It's a 12-2 ball game.
Rink Mast, 18 points against UNI on Saturday. and only scored 3 in the first half as Darius Burford misses his first attempt.
Jershawn Henry flying in for the rebound.
Out of bounds, Braves basketball.
I always love doing this rivalry. I'm fortunate I got to do both ends of it this year, and usually I do. I love watching these two. I coached against both these schools when I was coaching.
Like Poindexter looking to capitalize.
No shot.
Foul called on the floor.
Correct call. NBA, continuation. College? Jerry Pollard says, no.
Poindexter working on Dean, out to Burford. Burford coming off the bench for the 3rd straight game after fracturing his orbital bone in practice before their game against Southern Illinois.
Well, I thought that was a late whistle.
And that's a loose ball foul on Joe Petrakis. An unpopular call here at CEFCU Arena.
Yes, he may have gone over the top. I just thought that the whistle was late. The rebound, that had already occurred, and then came the whistle late. Great pass.
Working it down low. Can't get that one to go. Kendall Lewis swipes that rebound away. Tavanainen couldn't get the bunny to go. Luke Kazuki looking for the cutting.
Great
Burford.
pass.
Burford comes up short on the bunny. Here's Henry. Turnaround. Redbirds starting to crash the boards a little better than they were in the early going. And we reached our under 12 timeout. 12-2, Bradley.
Us. This isn't us. Is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other? And when our phones have turned us into this?
LT?
What do you do when you're a company that sells them?
We gotta fix this.
It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes.
Feels good.
And let's find us again. U.S. Cellular. Built for us.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend. Haul. Or tow. Just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough, and it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Because this isn't just about our capability, it's about yours.
The Sport Clips MVP haircut experience is like nothing else in the world. And now, it's better than ever. It's a perfectly steamed hot towel, infused with our signature scent. A 7-point massaging shampoo. And neck and shoulder, Nirvana. Oh yeah. The MVP haircut experience, only at Sport Clips.
Tonight's Birdwatch is presented by Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. And tonight's Birdwatch features 3 guys, Cap, that has been really getting it done. Belmont's Ben Shepard, Drake's Tucker DeVries, who went straight off against Murray State.
He had 2 32-point games.
Oh, gosh.
That guy, I had them against UIC in Chicago, and they did not play well, and all of a sudden it was the Tucker DeVries show.
And transfer from DePaul, Cavassier McCauley, back in his home state, Indiana State, almost averaging 19 a game. He's been getting it done. He really has. Great Southern Bank and the Valley are proud to recognize the league's Player of the Year with the Larry Bird Trophy. 12-2 is the score here at SEFCU Arena. Telly Hughes, David Kaplan on the call. Redbirds only with a bucket with almost 10 minutes played in this first half. Down low to Kendall Lewis, who overlays it. Wow.
Boy, I don't think he realized, Telly, just where he was.
Yes. Probably couldn't believe he was that open either.
Ryan Pedon's got to be going, you got to be kidding me.
No. I really want to give Redbirds a lot of hope and optimism right now, even though it doesn't look good. Let's just go back a year from now in this same arena. Illinois State down 20 in the first half before coming back and winning by 9 against these Bradley Braves. So it's a slow start. I don't know if you want to always depend on that.
That was a heck of a come off the floor pass by Jershawn Henry.
3-ball attempt, you betcha. Zach Montgomery. Montgomery's been scoring lately, double-digit scoring in 3 of his last 4 games, giving this Braves team another option, along with the big guys, Mast and Leons. Here's Lewis. Burford on the cut. He gets it to complete that time. These Redbird fans waited a long time for a bucket, and they finally get one nearly 10 minutes into this game. Duke Dean off the mark.
Yeah, not a smart shot there. Brian Warder will not be happy with that. Film, too quick, didn't really get squared up.
Luke Kazuki couldn't cash in on that 3 attempts. Here's Mast.
Look
out.
out.
On the deck. And he's met at the rim by Lewis and Schmidt.
Lewis has had a great pass and now a heck of a block.
Poindexter trying to turn defense into offense. Lewis really hustling. Asking for the timeout, and it is granted. Good hustle by Kendall Lewis and the Redbirds.
Kendall Lewis is giving you all he's got. Pass, block, come up with the loose ball, get the timeout. Impressive.
Illinois State, only 4 points with over 10 minutes played in this first half. The fewest points in the first half this season was 17 against UIC back on December 28th in Chicago. See if they can get things going. Kind of a slow start to their last game as well, Cap, down in Nashville against Belmont. And they just never seem to really get it going. I know that they had played a lot of games in a short period of time, but it seemed like they just had dead legs, and they started off this game kind of the same way.
Same way, and I thought they did get some movement offensively. They missed a couple shots that they felt like they should have hit. Bradley came down and really did a good job attacking the rim, and all of a sudden you look up and you think, oh boy, we're in trouble, and you start to press.
That's right. Here's Knight. Back into the game. Here's Burford. All the way to the cup. Darius Burford. Doing a little research. So Darius is playing with for the first time in his customized mask. And Mast drains his second 3.
Right, he now has a customized that they molded to fit your face.
Yes.
A lot more comfortable.
And the first 2 games that he played, it was a generic mask, and so he had all type of issues, but wanted to be out on the court as Ryan Schmidt gets the jumper in the lane to go.
Big fella off a screen roll.
Ryan Schmidt, the 6'11 senior, trying to give the Redbirds some good minutes here in the first half. They'll need it. This is a big Braves team.
Well, really good patience, that possession out of Bradley. Coach Ward will give those guys a gold star. They did not rush it. They made the extra pass, and then Talvainen knocks down the triple.
Talvainen with the 3. Knight answers with the 2. Seneca Knight, the 6'7" senior out of New Orleans, had 19 points against the Braves a couple of weeks ago. See if he can get going again. Here's Luke Kazuki. Can't quite find the mark in the early going.
See, Bradley has the ability to run subs in and out. Ryan Peden doesn't have that. He just doesn't have any depth.
Here's Montgomery. He's off the mark. Ball stays with Bradley.
He's also missing a kid, Colton Sandage, done with a back injury, 5th-year senior. He was their toughest floor leader.
Well, the Bradley Braves, 40% so far, and they have built a 21-10 lead.
Us. This isn't us. Is it? Uh-huh. Let's take a break from our devices for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes. And let's see what we find.
Hey, bud.
US Cellular. Built for us.
Game on. See ya. Permission to launch.
Bend with the wind.
Almost there.
The Sport Clips MVP haircut experience is like nothing else in the world. And now, it's better than ever.
It's a perfectly steamed hot towel, infused with our signature scent. A 7-point massaging shampoo. And neck and shoulder, Nirvana.
Oh yeah. The MVP haircut experience, only at Sport Clips.
At Charmin, we're all about the science of softness. So, we doubly tested our Charmin Ultra Soft to prove its value really stacks up.
First up, the Cushy Soft test. Wow, softer than ever. Next, the absorbency test.
See, it's 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. So, Charmin Ultra Soft is always worth it.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have one more test to conduct.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
Our Missouri Valley Conference standings are a presentation of the DoubleTree by Hilton Bloomington, the preferred hotel of the Missouri Valley Conference in the central Illinois Twin Cities. Bradley entered the week in a 4-way tie for first place. Drake's win at Murray State give the Bulldogs a half-game lead in the standings over Belmont, Bradley, and Southern Illinois. And it's a log jam, and there's only 6 conference games remaining on a 20-game conference slate as the Redbirds come up with a turnover.
It just flies by.
Yes, it
felt
does.
like it was just starting conference play, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa.
And a lot has to be ironed out before March 2nd when Arch Madness will kick off in St. Louis.
Such a great event.
Lewis retrieves it, looking for Schmidt. Bailed out there. Darius Hanna. Ball is out of bounds on the junior from Milwaukee. Poindexter on the curl. Count it. Malachi Poindexter with the corner 3.
Virginia transfer. He just caught it, rose up, and stuck it.
Quick shot by the Braves. Only one shot. Redbirds getting better on the defensive boards. Burford working on Dean. Poindexter keeping his dribble alive. Jumper in the lane. That's off. Here's Hannah working on Burford. Here's Duke Dean. Ooh, make it rain with the high arcing three. Duke Dean puts the Braves up 24-13.
That's a tough shot to hit. I think they need more motion offensively. A lot of guys standing around. Tough shot. Give him credit.
Off the steal. Up to Leons. He completes the alley-oop.
And one.
And one. Malavi Leons from Duke Dean. Great looking connection there. As Liam McChesney re-enters the game for Illinois State.
We got two coaches wearing ties. When was the last time you saw coaches wearing ties? Brian Wardle, Ryan Peden, both guys in coat and tie.
Bring it back. Supposed to be stylish on the sideline.
When I coached, I always did.
Yeah.
Remember, it was a big deal. Got a new suit. I'm going to break that out.
So you weren't trying to look like Pat Riley on the sidelines.
I was.
Okay.
So I'm bald now. I used to have hair slicked straight back.
Okay, like
just
Pat
like
Riley.
Pat Riley.
Wow.
Yep. Wore those Italian suits.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember those Pat Riley suits.
Now guys are coaching in warm-ups.
Bradley has built their largest lead of the night, 14.
Zone out of Bradley, 1-3-1. Illinois State struggling with a bit of recognition on how to attack it.
And here's Sissoko fouled on the floor. Zach Montgomery charged with the foul. Illinois State still trying to find that rhythm on the offensive end, only shooting 27% as their cold shooting continues. Sissoko can't get one right at the rim to go.
Good pass. I think it was McChesney with the pass. Really well executed. They just didn't get it to drop.
Here's Leons. Extends the arm, but the blocking foul is still called.
I thought that was offense.
Really
I
did,
thought he
yes.
took the arm. And
once that arm is extended, most of the time, that's a clear indicator that it's going to go on the offensive end. But
I think the official actually got screened. Couldn't see it. From our shot, we got a clear look. Get off of me.
Alex Kotov, the 6'10 graduate student from Moscow, Russia, has checked into the ball game for the Redbirds, wearing number 25.
1-2-2 press. More of a nuisance press than a press designed to get steals. Great pass.
And Kotov making his presence felt immediately.
Pass from Burford was sensational.
To make it a 15-point ball game. Seneca Knight trying to get the Redbirds going on the offensive end. Good defense by the Braves. Another near steal. Once again, you can see why Bradley is ranked second in the Missouri Valley Conference in steals.
They do a very good job with weak side help, as you saw Hickman rotate over, gave you some support, knocked it out of bounds.
Very active hands. They do a really good job staying connected on the defensive end. That's Kazuki working on Dean. has the size advantage. But Dean a little too aggressive down there, and he is called for the foul. With 3:56 to go here at CEFCU Arena, it's been all Bradley Braves, 30-15.
You bring joy. You give smiles. You create memories. You are someone's favorite person, and your health matters. 4 out of 10 adults will develop cancer in their lifetime, but screening tests can catch cancer early and help save lives. For the lives you touch, schedule your cancer screening today. Visit getscreennow.com.
Boulevard Brewing Company is revealing one of our most beloved and closely guarded secrets, the recipe for Boulevard Unfiltered Wheat. You ready? Here we go. Water, grain, hops, yeast. Wait, hold on, that can't be it. That's not a secret. Water, grain, hops, yeast. Yeah, no, that's it. That's all it takes to make the Midwest's favorite craft beer. The recipe in this bottle is the same as it was over 30 years ago. The secret is, there is no secret. It's just that good.
And what if I want to change my plan? State Farm's here to help. What if I want to change sports?
Newcomer Chris Paul is maintaining a narrow lead in these final meters. But here comes an opponent closing the gap. 1 foot in front of the other. They are battling it out. And Chris Paul edges ahead. Those are the hips of a champion.
At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs. Get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Stay tuned for our halftime report, a presentation of State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. As you take a look at what we'll have in store for you coming up with our halftime report, still 3 minutes and 56 seconds to go before the half. Bradley Braves have started off hot and have continued, never trailing, up 15. 17 has been their largest lead so far. So Illinois State seems like they're trying to get something going, but every time they do, it seems like the Braves have an answer.
Yeah, they've knocked down a couple of threes. We saw Dean hit a really tough contested three with a lot of arc on it. But I feel like Illinois State's starting to be able to share the ball and get some opportunities inside.
See if they can keep it going here as Seneca Knight on a turnaround. Kotov giving the Birds another opportunity, and Kazuki connects for the first time. Now 1 for 4 from 3, but that was a big one, 30-18.
Now you need to get a stop, come down, run your offense. Just keep running your offense.
Oh, another good pass, another good cut by the Braves.
Yep, great cut by Ville Talavainen and an outstanding pass by Rink Mast.
Now 32-18. Cap, you have to believe that the goal for the Redbirds right now with almost 3 minutes to go in this first half is try to get this lead into single digits.
Agreed. When we would play and we'd be struggling early and you look up and think, oh, God, we're 15, 17. Guys, let's just get it to under 10.
Yes.
And then we can make a run.
And that's what Illinois State is looking to do, put together a nice run to finish this first half strong after starting off very slow, to say the least.
Tough pass to try and make a bounce pass from the top of the key to the baseline. Very tough pass.
That's now 7 turnovers for Illinois State in this first half. Got to do a better job of taking care of the ball, which is a tough assignment against a team that is second in the Missouri Valley Conference in steals. But you have to find a way to do it. As Mast working down low. And Rink Mast has reached double figures in this first half with his 10th point.
Well, watch his footwork. It is so impressive to watch him stay anchored, make his body big, and then get the baby hook to drop soft touch.
And double figures is a place he's lived in all season, has scored in double figures in every game he's played in besides just one. Here's Knight. He drains a three. That's a tough shot with the shot clock winding down.
That is a tough shot. Rink Mast showed, gave help, recovered, thought, all right, he's going to have to pass it or take a really tough fall-away three, and he drilled it.
He drills a three, makes it a 13-point ball game. The Braves continue to take their time, looking for the best possible shot. 5 to shoot. Vile.
That's just want to. Jershawn Henry gets the easy bucket, but that was just want to out of the big fella.
Yes, that was. Having a gnat for the ball. Rink Mast also ranks second in the conference in rebounds with 8 rebounds a game. Burford tries a three. Bradley has connected on 6 of their last 8 field goals. Shooting 48% in this first half and up 15. There's Connor Hickman on the drive. Kick out. Good pump fake.
Really good pump fake.
Oh, my gosh.
Really good pump fake,
Now,
and all of a sudden it's 18.
It's 18, and you said Vile would have a career overseas, and I'm starting to see exactly why you say that.
He can shoot it. He plays tough, hard-nosed basketball.
Here's Knight looking to answer. Another turnover. Bradley now with 12 points off ISU turnovers in this first half.
Timeout, Brian Wardle.
And Brian Wardle calls the timeout. This is now the Bradley Braves' largest lead of the game, 18 points.
Well, there are probably people saying, why would he take a timeout? Only 8 seconds left. Because he knows every point matters, because a year ago they blew a 20-point lead here.
Exactly.
They were 20 up a year ago and looked up and went, oh, my goodness, we lost by 9.
Unbelievable. I'm not mistaken, Illinois State used a 43-21 run in that second half to overtake that 20-point lead and end up beating the Braves by 9.
Yeah, it was one of the high water marks of Illinois State basketball last year under Dan Muller. I did the game. I remember it and thinking, boy, this thing's going to get ugly. And boom, here they come.
And it happened. Well, once again, not the formula you want to live and die by, but if you're forced in that situation, you got to make the most of it. And they do have experience making the most of it.
You know what they say, to come from way behind, you got to be way behind.
That's right. Connor Hickman, the sophomore from Bloomington, Indiana, makes it a 20-point Bradley lead at the half. Wow. It's been all Bradley, a little deja vu. Once again, last year, 20-point lead, evaporated in the second half. We'll see if that can be replicated. Once again, we've reached halftime, 41-21. We'll have more in our halftime report from Sefq Arena.
Us. This isn't us. Is it? Uh-huh. Let's take a break from our devices for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes. And let's see what we find.
Hey, bud.
US Cellular. Built for us.
Game on.
See ya.
Permission to launch.
Bend with the wind.
Almost there.
The Sport Clips MVP haircut experience is like nothing else in the world. And now, it's better than ever.
It's a perfectly steamed hot towel, infused with our signature scent. A 7-point massaging shampoo. And neck and shoulder, Nirvana.
Oh, yeah.
The MVP haircut experience, only at Sport Clips.
Will remain radioactive for years to come. Well, thank goodness it's time for the good news of the week.
And boy, do we need it.
Well, this safe driver saved money with the Snapshot app from Progressive. How do you feel?
Good.
He's better than good. He got rewarded for driving safe and driving less.
Sorry, Barb, just to confirm, this is the feel-good news of the week?
This is what we found.
Yay, Snapshot.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's serves up bottomless drinks, bottomless chips and salsa, and a classic old-timer with cheese and fries for just $10.99. Hey, it's 3 for me, not 3 for us. It's my $10.99, it's my 3 for me. Hey, get out of here. Nope. Ooh, I can whack hands all day. This Chili's 3 for me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
If I just stare at these payroll forms, my business payroll taxes will calculate themselves, right? Nope.
Intuit QuickBooks helps you manage your payroll taxes.
Cheers.
With 100% accurate tax calculations guaranteed.
The Valley on ESPN is brought to you by Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. Welcome to our halftime report, a presentation of State Farm, a proud partner of the Missouri Valley Conference. Visit statefarm.com or talk to your local agent to get your State Farm personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote now. It's time for tonight's profile, made possible by Arch Madness 2023. MVC correspondent Dave Snell takes a look at Braves junior guard Duke Dean.
The legacy of point guard University carries memories that last a lifetime. And now the baton has been passed to the Duke of Bradley basketball, number 21, 5'8" junior Duke Dean, who runs the show for one of the most veteran teams in the Missouri Valley Conference. He's the starting point guard for Brian Wardle's offensive sets, and his offensive game has produced huge plays when they've counted the most. And the Duke, he loves the role of playing for the red and white.
I knew the first day I got here, I honestly should have came here first, right out of JUCO. Even though Troy was a great experience for me and I got to meet a lot of new people, make a lot of friends, I feel like I should have been here in the first place.
It wasn't really a challenge to learn to play with Duke. He's a very vocal guy, so you know what you're getting from Duke usually every day. He's bringing that leadership, that energy, that positive play, so I just kind of really feed off him. When Duke's active, he's playing hard. I mean, it just gets me going as well. So it hasn't been a challenge at all. I think it's kind of made me play harder in some areas of my game.
He's very calm when he's making plays, and I try to take little stuff from him. Just look at everywhere on the floor. I be seeing what he be doing. Just him watching film and things like that just helped me a lot.
I love it. I love the campus. It's very close knit, so you kind of know everybody. You know what I'm saying? Then it's a basketball town, so I love that people are investing into the basketball and really love what we do for the community and stuff like that.
Get the nickname Duke.
My pops gave it to me when I was little. He used to call me Dude. So people thought he was saying Duke, so he just changed it. He just changed it to Duke. And that's really become my first name, actually. My first name was actually Cody, but the past 3 years, nobody calls me Cody anymore except my mom.
Duke is a title of royalty. And for Dean, there's just one crown that he craves most. That's in St. Louis and winning Arch Madness. For the Missouri Valley Conference, this is Dave Snell.
Tonight's profile is made possible by 2023 State Farm MVC Men's Basketball Tournament. Make plans to attend the inaugural 12-team event at Enterprise Center in St. Louis on March 2nd through the 5th. For more information, visit archmadness.com. 41-21, Bradley leads by 20 at the half. We'll have more after the break.
If I just stare at these payroll forms, my business payroll taxes will calculate themselves, right? Nope.
Intuit QuickBooks helps you manage your payroll taxes.
Cheers.
With 100% accurate tax calculations guaranteed.
There's a little voice inside us. It says you're done. You're not built for this. You can't go on. But there's another voice. It whispers, then it roars. I'm not done yet. Are you? Degree, it won't let you down.
What if my type 2 diabetes takes over?
What if all I do isn't enough? Or what if I can do diabetes differently?
Now you can with Once Weekly Mounjaro. Mounjaro helps your body regulate blood sugar. And Mounjaro can help decrease how much food you eat. 3 out of 4 people reached an A1C of less than 7%. Plus, people taking Mounjaro lost up to 25 pounds. Mounjaro is not for people with type 1 diabetes or children. Don't take Mounjaro if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Mounjaro and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, vision changes, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis and gallbladder problems. Taking Mounjaro with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Tell your doctor if you're nursing, pregnant, or plan to be. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can cause dehydration and may worsen kidney problems.
I can do diabetes differently with Mounjaro.
Ask your doctor about Once Weekly Mounjaro.
Perfect pairs. Some are obvious. Some, not so much. And some are just, yeah, like these guys. The best pairs? They're better together. Like Hulu and Disney Plus in a new bundle.
Look at us teaming up.
Perfect.
We're so good together.
Iconic. Meant to be.
We're always better together.
All for just $9.99 a month.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody's gonna slow me down. Oh no, I never keep on moving. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride.
Wherever you are, be there with Starbucks ready-to-drink coffee.
ABC Hockey Saturday on ABC and ESPN+.
It's Saturday primetime. Bucks, Warriors on ABC.
(41-21) is your halftime score. The Braves up 20. Let's take a look at our game recap, a production of Live by Lowe's St. Louis. And the Bradley Braves, Cap, they were hot on the offensive end, shooting over 50% from the field. That really stands out. And whenever you're shooting 50 and 40 from three, it usually ends up in good results.
Absolutely right. And then they're shooting 43% from the three-point line, as you said, and out-rebounding you 19-13 and doubling you in points in the paint. 8 turnovers for Illinois State. It was a rough first half.
A rough first half indeed. We'll see if the Redbirds can get it going in the second. Want to experience laid-back luxury in the heart of downtown St. Louis, adjacent to Ballpark Village? Visit loweshotel.com/St. Louis. That's LOEWS hotels.com/STLOUIS to book your hotel room now. Meet you in St. Louis at Arch Madness. It will be going down just like this second half will be going down between the Braves and Redbirds. More from CEFCU Arena when we return.
Hey, heading on a family trip?
Nah, sorry, son. Prices are crazy. We're gonna have to skip it this year.
Aw, well, use Priceline. They have package deals no one else has.
5 pools. Water slide. We can do it.
Go to your happy price, Priceline.
So my daughter tells us you're in television.
You could say streaming, Dad.
And you're $40 a month for live sports, news, and entertainment? Sling's quite a catch.
Mom, please.
What? We love that you found someone that is so smart with money.
Unlike that last bloated bundle you brought home.
Why can't you just be happy I can stream my favorite channels for less?
This family has values.
Sling is value.
$40.
Sling, the live TV you love. Sling.
What if my type 2 diabetes takes over?
What if all I do isn't enough? Or what if I can do diabetes differently?
Now you can with once weekly Mounjaro. Mounjaro helps your body regulate blood sugar. And Mounjaro can help decrease how much food you eat. 3 out of 4 people reached an A1C of less than 7%. Plus, people taking Mounjaro lost up to 25 pounds. Mounjaro is not for people with type 1 diabetes or children. Don't take Mounjaro if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Mounjaro and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, vision changes, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis and gallbladder problems. Taking Mounjaro with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Tell your doctor if you're nursing, pregnant, or plan to be. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can cause dehydration and may worsen kidney problems.
I can do diabetes differently with Mounjaro.
Ask your doctor about once weekly Mounjaro.
Foul too big. What?
It's a little tight. Makes me feel husky. Husky like UConn. UConn Huskies with a buzzer beater to win it all.
The Valley on ESPN is brought to you by Grinnell Mutual Insurance. Trust in tomorrow. We're just about ready to start the second half. The Bradley Braves built a 20-point lead going into the locker room. They went on a 7-0 run over the last minute 25 to build that lead up to 20 points in that first half. Your team leaders, Cap, Malavi Leons with 11 points for the Braves in that first half. One of 2 Braves in double figures. And for the Illinois State Redbirds, Malachi Poindexter with 5 points, along with Seneca Knight, 5 points.
So if I'm the Bradley coach, guys, the first 2 minutes of this half, we have got to give as much effort as we've given all night long. We have got to make sure that the team that's the home team here understands we're winning tonight. Because if I'm the other coach, I'm Ryan Peden. Guys, a year ago we were 20 down and we came back in the second half and won by 9. We can do this.
Now,
so you have to choke that thought out of them if you're Bradley.
Now, we do know that history. Peden wasn't around last year.
True.
There's only a couple guys from that team. But how can they draw from that experience knowing that they can do it?
You just tell them, guys, there is no 20-point shot. Let's go out one possession at a time. Great defense, get the best possible shots, and let's chip away. You hope at the 10-minute mark you've got it to 10. Then you got a ball game.
And if you can get a couple of shots, get on a run, you get this crowd re-energized and get them behind you, it could be a whole different ball game this second half.
Correct. And if you're Bradley, as I said, guys, I'm challenging you. The first 2 to 3 minutes, we have got to play our tail off.
We'll see which team will be able to impose their will in the early going of this second half. Here's Mast, down low. Rink Mast kicks it out to Connor Hickman.
Okay.
Off the heel.
You got to stop.
That's 1.
Now you got to come down and get everybody a touch, get a good shot opportunity.
One possession at a time. Here's Knight on the drive, met by a couple of Braves. Kicks it over to Burford. Burford, short. Here's Dean on the drive, cut off by Poindexter. Good defense. Here's Montgomery for three. No good. Here's Knight. Kicks it out to Poindexter. Puts it on the deck. 15-footer. Count it.
There's one. So you got two stops. You got a bucket at the other end. Now you got to get another stop.
Away from the ball. Foul called on Luke Kazuki. His first personal foul.
See, where Ryan Pedon's playing shorthanded, he doesn't have any depth. Whereas Bradley can go 3 and 4 guys deep and run guys in and out and keep everybody as fresh as possible.
Yeah, Coach Pedon unfortunately does not have that luxury as the Redbirds come up with the steal. Here's Kazuki.
A little quick for my taste. Really good job defensively to get half man around and get the steal.
Now 1 for 5 from 3 is Kazuki.
And one.
And Leons. Malavi Leons. Another and one opportunity. As Jaden Johnson will check in for the Redbirds. Coach Pedon looking for minutes. Have to go deep in that roster. As you mentioned, Cap, the Braves just, they're a well-oiled machine, and they just keep coming at you.
They do. And they go right to their bench already, and they get Jashawn Henry in the ball game. You make that clear, Jashawn. I don't know. Speak clearly.
The Braves have built their largest lead of the game, 21. Poindexter looks like he is fouled on the three-point attempt by Jashawn Henry. Malachi Poindexter will head to the free throw line for 3.
Transfer out of Virginia. Thought he played really well in the game at Bradley. They just ran out of gas. It got to overtime. A couple of fouls that Ryan Pedon would love to get back. Bradley was able to get it to overtime and wear him down. There were 3 or 4 at least Redbirds that I saw on the ground. McChesney, Poindexter, cramping up.
Yeah, Poindexter played 41 minutes in that ball game, Cap. Good game, as you mentioned, 15 points, 4 rebounds against the Braves 2 weeks ago in Peoria. But we are in Normal, Illinois tonight at CEFCU Arena on the campus of Illinois State University. Telly Hughes, David Kaplan on the call, and Henry down low with the bucket.
He's just a monster with those shoulders. He just does a really good job. Duck under the rim, power it back up. He's so strong inside.
The senior from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. It's a very international laced team, this Bradley Braves bunch.
So I talked to Brian Wardle for quite a long time before the game, and I asked him about all the international flavor on his roster. And he said when he got to Bradley, it was a rebuild. And he said by the time I got the job, most of the best players in America had already signed. He said there was no portal then. The junior college ranks had already been picked over, but he said there were some international guys. And so he started to work the international market. Well, one guy says, hey, I really had a good time here. They had a kid, Von Bray. I had a really good time coming over from Europe. So he tells Ville Talvainen, hey, I really liked it. He comes over. Next thing you know, Rink Mast comes over. And one good experience can lead to multiple international players.
Yes. A couple of players from the Netherlands, Leons, Mast, As I mentioned, Henry from Saskatchewan. Tavainen from Finland.
I've been to Finland. It is beautiful.
Did you go to, is it Helsinki?
Helsinki.
Yeah.
That's where I was. Went to see my son play football, American football.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
So he played at Illinois Wesleyan right down the street here.
Okay.
And he was an offensive lineman, and their school got to go play the Finnish national team.
Nice.
It was an amazing trip.
Wow.
My wife and I went and had a great time.
How long were you all over there?
About 10 days.
10 days. Nice.
Went to Sweden. We had a great time.
That is awesome. The Redbirds looking to cut into this Braves lead now up to 18 as Henry working on Knight and Mask with the cleanup and the putback.
You know what I like about the way Henry plays? He thought he got fouled. Does not say a word to the official. He just gets back to the other end and gets ready to guard somebody.
That's something you rarely see nowadays.
Yes.
Here's Lewis on Mass. Bodying up, count it. That was a strong move by Kendall Lewis.
18-point game, 16-26. You don't want to keep trading baskets. Got to make some progress toward getting this thing down in the 10 mark.
Lewis cannot complete the three-point play, but had a really good game against the Braves last time. 16 points, 12 rebounds in 37 minutes off the bench for Kendall Lewis in that matchup. Here's Leons all the way to the hole, unimpeded.
See, they're getting too much depth to their offense. That would drive me insane, and I promise you that will really bother Ryan Peden.
Not too many tough shots the Braves have had to make as Kendall Lewis tries to finish with the flush. And that is out of bounds. Braves basketball. The Bradley Braves have been getting it done in the paint, outscoring the Redbirds 28-12, and that has built a 20-point lead with 15:46 to go.
It's more than an attraction. It's a destination.
Spend a day doing it all.
Can we go for a ride? That's amazing! So where's this?
It's all here at St. Louis Union Station.
Plan your visit at stlouisunionstation.com.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
It begins here. The State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Championship. It's the Hardwood at Enterprise Center, March 2nd through 5th in St. Louis. Don't miss any of the action, as 12 Missouri Valley teams will compete for an automatic NCAA berth for the first time in Arch Madness history. To get your tickets for college basketball's premier conference tournament, visit archmadness.com now.
Arch Madness is back. The 2023 State Farm MVC Men's Basketball Tournament returns to St. Louis for the 33rd straight year. Join your team in the Gateway City March 2nd through 5th as all 12 Valley schools battle it out for a trip to the NCAA tournament. Be sure to download the Arch Madness app presented by Great Southern Bank or visit archmadness.com for details about this year's events. And boy, what an event it will be. 4 teams tied for first place with only 6 games remaining in conference play. Bradley Braves, one of those teams, looking to stay there.
They're a really good team. I think as you get toward March, this team's getting better and better. They're playing better basketball since the Illinois State overtime game. They're going to be tough to beat.
20-point lead for the Braves. Same deficit the Redbirds went into halftime with. And you can count it. Boy, I am falling in love with Tavanen's game. Dude can play.
Told you this Ville Tavanen, one of my favorite players in the league, the way he goes. He and Henry together, dynamic to come off the bench with 2 guys like that.
Tavanen up to 11 points as Burford looks to answer and does. If we're going to see one of those Redbird comebacks as we saw last year, they need to really get going.
We're now get the engine cranked up quick.
We're now under 15 minutes to go in the second half. Count it. Just Sean Henry flexing and heading to the free throw line.
See, that's just a man making a play. He's a veteran player. That is just look at the upper body on him. He's just going to power through you.
Henry.
He looks like you in the weight room.
I don't know about that. He's been in there a few more hours than I have.
Wow.
Yes, Henry is put together. Strong on that free throw. Can't get it to go. Redbirds looking to cut into this big lead by the Braves. 23 points to be exact. And a foul is called. Foul called on Luke Kazuki, his 3rd personal foul. Malachi Poindexter.
Bump
called.
It's funny how you coach kids today. I was talking to a couple of coaches. Back in the day, you'd get after kids. There was no repercussion to what you said or how you said it. Mm-hmm. Now today, you literally had coaches tell me, you can still coach them hard, but you go up to them before practice. I'm going to get on you today. I'm going to coach you hard today, so that they're aware. Said you can't just get after somebody. They're not going to. They won't take it.
Wow.
So it's just
that is amazing.
Kids are different today.
I have never had a coach give me a disclaimer to say they're going to get on me.
Telly, I'm going to coach you hard today, so be ready. Okay, coach. My dad always said, just listen to what the man's saying, not how he's saying it. Nobody cares.
Exactly.
But today, you can't do that.
Oh.
Tough shot.
Ville has it going tonight.
Might have shuffled his feet there. But is it speeding if the police don't get you?
That's right. It still counts for 2. And Kendall Lewis answers with a 3. Illinois State's going to need more of those and more stops on this end. They want to get back in this one.
Great job by Poindexter. Great job. Good step in the passing lane.
Good steal. Here come the Redbirds up high for Lewis. That is not a pass that Coach Pete will be proud of, knowing that every possession, every point matters. And you go with the safe pass and play on that one and not necessarily the highlights.
Day.
Yes.
Correct. If you're up 57-35, you take a shot.
Yes. Not when you're down. That looks way worse when you're down and you miss an opportunity to cut into the lead even more. Under 13 to go. Braves in control.
What a rebound by Henry.
Another offensive rebound by the Braves.
Deshaun just has a nose for the basketball.
Bradley has 9 offensive rebounds, and Montgomery says, make that a three-pointer for me, too.
Wow, shot clock down to 5. Just drills it.
Zach Montgomery connects on the 3 ball, his second of the night.
Poindexter.
Malachi looks to answer, but once again, you can't trade buckets.
We're starting to heat it up.
Foul on the floor. Leons checks back in for Deshaun Henry. Henry giving the Braves some solid minutes. Here's Montgomery. Just hit the last 3 on the last possession. He is fouled by Burford, going to the hole. The Braves continue to apply pressure. They're not settling for threes, but if they're there, they connected. But the main thing is still going to the hole, making something happen.
You gotta just attack, attack, attack. Be in the attack mode.
There's Bradley. A rare miss. Another offensive board by Hannah. Here's Hannah driving, met by Kazuki. That was a tough foul there. Kazuki is letting the ref hear about it. And we'll step aside with 11:41 to go. It's Bradley 60, Illinois State.
When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other? And when our phones have turned us into this? LT, what do you do when you're a company that sells them?
We gotta fix this.
It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes.
Feels good.
And let's find us again. US Cellular, built for us.
Game on.
See ya.
Permission to launch. Bend with the wind. Almost there. The Sport Clips MVP haircut experience is like nothing else in the world.
And now, it's better than ever.
It's a perfectly steamed hot towel, infused with our signature scent. A 7-point massaging shampoo. And neck and shoulder, Nirvana.
Oh, yeah.
The MVP haircut experience, only at Sport Clips.
Papa John's just flipped pizza night on its head. This is the new crispy Parm pizza, and it puts toasted Parmesan where it's never been before, on the bottom. Introducing the crispy Parm pizza, only from Papa John's.
The Missouri Valley Conference is celebrating the 50th anniversary of the passage of Title IX legislation. Throughout the academic year, the Valley is honoring pioneers from leading institutions who paved the way for current and future student athletes. To learn more about the conference's Title IX recognition plans, visit mvc-sports.com/ Title 950. Back here at Redbird Arena on the campus of Illinois State University. Telly Hughes, David Kaplan on the call. Bradley in command, 60-38. And a three that's finally off. Duke Dean is called for going over the back of Malachi Poindexter.
I'd like to see a run. Get it to 12. And see if you can get Bradley to press a little bit. I like a competitive, tough ball game.
Yes.
Here's a look at Ryan Peden. He's going to do a really good job here. Has a long history, 22 years as a college coach. He's a really good dude. He's just got his work cut out for him.
Yes. Ryan Peden became the 20th head coach at Illinois State's men's basketball program on March 7th, 2022, after spending his last 5 seasons as an assistant at Ohio State.
They have a good program. This year they're struggling a bit, but while he was there, they had a really good program.
Recruited the likes of E.J. Liddell.
Yep. Keita Bates Diop.
Yep.
But basketball there is the third sport. It's football, spring football, then basketball.
Absolutely. A little history lesson on E.J. Liddell. His dad attended Illinois State.
How about that?
Yes. And mom. So when Ryan Peden got the job here, he had them come and speak to the team.
How about that?
Yes. It always looks good to have someone who was recently drafted into the NBA come and speak.
And say, I trust this guy.
Exactly.
My son played for him.
Absolutely. .20-point ball game. It's been all Bradley all night long. Yes, EJ's mom played volleyball here at Illinois State. His dad, who's known as Big E, played football here.
Very good program here in football.
McChesney tries a long-distance three. We've reached the 10-minute mark. Still a 20-point lead, the same deficit the Redbirds faced at halftime. Unable to chip into this Braves lead. As Darius Hannah puts the move in, looking down low for Henry. And Leon's right place, right time, heading to the line again.
That's just playing hard and the ball falls at your feet.
Yes.
That's just catching a break.
And Malavai has caught a lot of breaks as of late. He's really been on a tear for the Braves. The 6'9" senior from the Netherlands leads the conference in blocks and looking to do something no Bradley Brave has ever done, and this shoot 50% from the field, 40% from three. Right now, he's 50% from the field, 38% from three. So if he could become the first Brave to ever do that, that would be something.
That would be an incredible statement because the Bradley program has such a rich history. He has got 18 points in the ballgame.
And the first person I thought of was Hersey Hawkins, but then I had to remember that they probably didn't have three-pointers when he was at Bradley.
So I recruited Hersey when I was coaching at Northern Illinois. We finished second on him. And that was class of 83, I believe. 83, 84, class 84. He was the class of 84, and I do not believe the three was in yet.
It was not in. Because if it was in, Hersey would have had that record.
No question. No question. I was reading something today with LeBron breaking the all-time career scoring mark last night of Kareem. If you went back to Pete Maravich days and put the three in,
ouch,
he'd had thousands more points.
Yes. Yes.
You know, LeBron scored a lot of points off the three. Kareem made 1 3 in his career. One.
It's a lot of sky hooks. Got him to 38,000 plus points.
Yes.
Redbirds need to find a way to get some points on the board and can't do it that way. Another turnover. Turnovers have really plagued the Redbirds all night long, and the Braves have really capitalized on it with 19 points off of 11 Redbird turnovers. Illinois State has to find a way to get it done on this end as Rink Mass goes to work, rolls off the rim.
Did a good job, Illinois State, running a double at him, made it a really tough shot.
Here's Burford for 3. Count it. Darius Burford connects, makes it a 19-point ball game. That's Burford's 9th point on the night. As Mass hits the rim on the pass. Here's Burford. 1 on 3, doesn't matter.
Timeout, got to get a timeout if I'm Brian Wardle.
And that's what he's imploring his point guard to do, sensing that the Redbirds are trying to get a run together, but still a lot of work to go. With 7:49 to go, 62-45, Braves.
It's more than an attraction. It's a destination.
Spend a day doing it all.
Can we go for a ride? That's amazing! So where's this?
It's all here at St. Louis Union Station.
Plan your visit at stlouisunionstation.com.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
It begins here. The State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Championship. It's the Hardwood at Enterprise Center, March 2nd through 5th in St. Louis. Don't miss any of the action, as 12 Missouri Valley teams will compete for an automatic NCAA berth for the first time in Arch Madness history. To get your tickets for college basketball's premier conference tournament, visit archmadness.com now.
Tonight, State Farm MVC Scholar Athlete of the Game is Bradley's Wilma Nielsen, a junior runner from Gothenburg, Sweden. Nielsen placed 5th in the 2022 MVC Cross Country Championship, the 2021 MVC Indoor Track. Freshman of the Year, Nielsen, who has a 3.61 cumulative grade point average in business economics, is a 3-time MVC Scholar Athlete Team Selection and a 2021 USTF CCCA Track and Field All-American. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. 62-45, Illinois State looking to chip away at this Bradley lead on a 4-0 run, all by Darius Burford. We'll see if they can cut into it. Brian Wardle got a timeout. Let's see what they do after this timeout. Is Darius Hannah with the left hand. He ends that little run there.
Yep, back to 19. You drip towards 7 minutes. I feel like Illinois State's playing a little bit better. I do. I feel like their compete level's really good. And 1.
Seneca Knight and 1.
Again, able to enter the ball, get it really in deep, down low, power it up, get a 3-point play opportunity. I'm not telling you they're going to win a ball game, but make the free throw. It's a 16-point game. You're chipping away.
Timeout on the floor. We'll be back after the break.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
I think the thing I love most about going back to St. Louis are the people.
Every time I come back, there's something new.
There's so much of the city that I have yet to explore.
From Six Flags to the Science Center to the Louvre.
Ted Drew's.
Hey, and what about the sports? Come on.
You have to get to a Cardinals game. You have to get to a Blues game.
I mean, you have to see the Arch if you go to St. Louis.
It is Instagram bait.
St. Lou is home. It's my home.
The most powerful ideas come from understanding. By asking what's important here. At Great Southern Bank, we start by asking our customers to find out how we're doing and what they really need. Then we get to work, making banking easier and more effective, financing more flexible, and our communities better places to live. It's an ongoing team effort to keep improving how we serve our neighbors day after day. And it all starts with understanding what really matters. Learn more at greatsouthernbank.com. Member FDIC.
Madness app is the official app of the 2023 State Farm MVC Men's Basketball Tournament. The app has all the information you need to plan your trip to St. Louis, including the tournament schedule, tickets, hotel accommodations, and special events during Arch Madness. Log on to archmadness.com or download the Arch Madness app on your Android or iOS device now. 64-47 is the Bradley lead with a free throw coming for Seneca Knight in hopes of making this, like you said, a 16-point ball game. Still plenty of time, but not all the time in the world here, Captain.
Correct. You wanted to get this thing closer by this point. But you know what? Make a free throw, get a stop. If you can get this thing toward 10, if I'm the Bradley side, I'm thinking, oh boy, what is going on here?
And Knight does complete the three-point play. Seneca Knight now with 8 points on the game. There's Connor Hickman on the drive, coming off a career high.
Travel.
And he travels.
You see, Brian Wardle is going to the bench. Henry's coming back. Brian's fired up. He does not like the way it's trending, and I get it. Yes.
Empty possession for the Redbirds on that trip down. They need to come up with another stop as we approach the 6-minute mark in the second half. Mast over to Montgomery, and that rims out.
Really good pass across the court.
Poindexter, quick three, no good.
Yeah, a little too quick a shot for me. Line drive's got to be perfect. That's too quick. But a good job by Illinois State, by McChesney, getting the box out, coming up with the rebound.
Knight, they're putting on the pressure on the defensive end. Here's Hickman. No good, but Hanna with the flush. Darius Hanna cleans it up.
Weak side offensive rebounding, and nobody puts a body on him. And he knows how to finish.
There is Hannah. Put the Braves back up 18.
Henry's coming back. Hannah will take a seat.
Hannah is giving Coach Wardle some good minutes off that Braves bench.
With Ville Taavainen and Jashawn Henry, it's a tough matchup for Illinois State.
Down low to Lewis. He's met with a double team. Works around Mast. Can't get that layup to go. Tough shot. But give the Bradley defense a lot of credit. They're not making anything easy for the Redbirds. Here's Hickman driving baseline. Turnover. Redbirds need to capitalize on these turnovers. Can't afford too many more empty trips down on this end of the court. Poindexter thinks about a long three. Thinks otherwise. Drives on Hickman. Up. No good. Redbirds now shooting 35% for the ball game. 40 in this second half.
Lewis from behind.
The second half scoring so far is Illinois State 27, Bradley 25. They've outscored them in the second half, but unfortunately they were down 20 after the first half.
Correct. So Bradley's just treading water.
Illinois State looking to put a run together as Rink Mast sinks his first free throw.
Yeah, I felt like when they got it to 16 and got the ball, they had an opportunity there. When they did not capitalize, that might have been their best shot. It's back to 20.
Back to 20. Illinois State 0 for their last 5. The scoring drought is now over 3 minutes. You can't have a drought when you're looking to come back as Seneca Knights. McChesney for 3. They needed that when Liam McChesney connects on the corner 3.
Yeah, big fella, long and lanky, but he has the ability to step out on the floor as he just showed you and knock down a 3.
It's a 17-point ball game. Illinois State running out of time. A little over 3.5 to go in this one. As Henry working down low, count it! Jashawn Henry.
That's what that strength does, to be able to power through the foul, get it up on the glass, get it to drop, go to the line for a 3-point opportunity.
And he will get that opportunity when we return. 3:33 to go.
Lowe's knows it's not just what we've got, it's who we've got. That's why we got nearly 300,000 associates that got your back. Sure, Lowe's knows the tools, materials, and tech to tackle it all. But Lowe's knows you also need the how-to crew. And the partners pros count on. Lowe's knows no matter what you're taking on, it's always easier when you got the right people, the right products, all at the right place. You got this, and we got you.
What if my type 2 diabetes takes over?
What if all I do isn't enough? Or what if I can do diabetes differently?
Now you can with once weekly Mounjaro. Mounjaro helps your body regulate blood sugar. And Mounjaro can help decrease how much food you eat. 3 out of 4 people reached an A1C of less than 7%. Plus, people taking Mounjaro lost up to 25 pounds. Mounjaro is not for people with type 1 diabetes or children. Don't take Mounjaro if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Mounjaro and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, vision changes, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis and gallbladder problems. Taking Mounjaro with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Tell your doctor if you're nursing, pregnant, or plan to be. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can cause dehydration and may worsen kidney problems.
I can do diabetes differently with Mounjaro.
Ask your doctor about once-weekly Mounjaro.
This is what you dream of.
Our players of the game are a presentation of State Farm, a proud partner of the Missouri Valley Conference. Visit statefarm.com or talk to your local agent to get your State Farm personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today. And our players of the game were Malavi Leons and Malachi Poindexter. Leons with 18 points, Poindexter with 15 points. And Leons has 4 fouls, so he's been doing it and being careful doing it.
He has. He's 4 of 5 at the line, 7 of 9 from the floor. He's missed his only 2 3-point opportunities. I feel like Bradley took Illinois State's best punch. The Redbirds just don't have enough firepower. They don't have any depth. They get worn down, and I'm a big fan of this Bradley team. I think they are a very, very good team. They're complete, they're deep, they're well coached. They've got the whole package. We know what March is about. You could stumble and go, what happened? Or you can get on and run and unite a school.
Arch Madness will be something else as Duke Dean has fouled out of tonight's ball game. Kendall Lewis sinks the first free throw. Number 34, Malcolm Miller, has checked into the ball game for the Redbirds. The redshirt junior from Shelbyville, Illinois, seeing some late playing time here. 70-53. Leons down low. No good. Mass working the glass. Count it.
That's just a man making a play inside. That's what Bradley does. They've got these guys that just don't quit on the glass. Right now it's 38-25. Bradley on the glass.
And that three-pointer is good. Still a 72-56 Bradley lead. To close in on the 2-minute mark. Mass down to Leons, who misses the dunk. Here's McChesney on the drive. Gets the bucket to go. Tough shot by Liam McChesney. Quick timeout called by the Redbirds.
14-point game. Stranger things have happened. McChesney with a little turnaround, and he got all of the rim.
All of it. We were just talking about Rink Mast for the Bradley Braves. 16 points, now 10 rebounds. His 7th double-double of the season. And he has a career-high 5 assists.
I told you, watching him warm up. Got here early today, got something to eat, went through my notes, came over and watched that kid warm up. I knew he wanted payback for how he played in round 1 over at Bradley, a game the Braves won in overtime. He's been really good tonight.
Yes, he has. Mass working the glass. Second in the conference in rebounding with 8. He has 10 tonight.
16, 10, 5 assists, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc, 6 of 9 overall, and 2 of 2 at the free throw line.
I think you could say that's a stat stuffer there.
Yes, that's it. He did his job tonight.
Mast getting it done in all phases. They work the ball down low to Hannah. Hannah skip pass. Here's Leons with 5 to shoot. Have to create something. Here's Hickman. Notices the shot clock. Count it. The sweeping jumper.
The runner in the lane. I don't know how he got that.
He was able to get it off. Connor Hickman now with 6 points. After a career-high 17 against the UNI Panthers last time out, Leo McChesney gets all the way to the hole. It's a 14-point ball game.
Our Associate Commissioner Jack Watkins texted me and said, Missouri State now has wins over Drake and Belmont. Donovan Clay willed them to victory.
Nice. Under a minute to go here at CEFCU Arena. Bradley up 14. Taking their time. Down the Mast. He's a low down low.
Yes, he is. There's Leons, and he'll go to the line.
Leons with 18 points will be able to add to that total, along with 4 rebounds. Very efficient tonight. Only have played 25 minutes because of foul trouble.
And plus, Brian Wardle's able to go to a deep bench.
You can bring guys like Henry off the bench, and yes, that makes for quite the rotation.
You keep guys fresh and you wear your opponent down.
And there's no drop-off.
None.
It's expected to pick up exactly where the guy you checked in for left off, as Leons connects on the free throw, now 19. And here's Darius Hannah. Oh, with the windmill. Darius Hannah. I knew I felt a draft.
That was pretty.
And that may be the exclamation point on this Braves dominant wire-to-wire victory as Burford is fouled. So it appears the Bradley Braves will complete the series sweep this year over their I-74 rival, Illinois State. The first meeting, it took overtime. This one,
not as dramatic.
Not as dramatic. Mass falls down. Looks like a foul will be called. A push. It was Liam McChesney called for his 3rd personal foul. Leons will yet get another opportunity to add to his very productive night.
He gets to the 20-point mark. Bradley will go to 18-8, 11-4 in the league. Illinois State's going to fall to 10-16, 5-10 in conference play.
We said this is going to be a project, and it will definitely need patience surrounding Ryan Peden and this Illinois State basketball program. But good things are on the horizon. But right now, Bradley is playing at a high level and at the right time. For more MVC men's basketball action, join us Wednesday, February 15th when the Evansville Purple Aces travel to Nashville, Tennessee for a matchup with the Belmont Bruins at Curb Event Center. Coverage begins at 6:30 p.m. Central on the Valley on ESPN. So for David Kaplan and our Redbirds production crew, I'm Telly Hughes saying so long from Normal, Illinois, where the Bradley Braves have defeated the Illinois State Redbirds 79-61. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. Thanks for watching tonight's contest. This has been a presentation of ESPN.
I just got the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra from US Cellular. With the most powerful processor yet, it can game smoother than ever. With nightography, it can take selfies in low light. Click. And with a longer battery life and US Cellular's 5G network, it can stream my favorite shows around the clock.
Amazing. Can it go back in the bag?
Yeah, it can go back into the bag.
Okay. Did you just kiss the phone?
The new Samsung Galaxy S23. Free for everyone from US Cellular.
I kissed it? Yes.
Game on.
See ya.
Permission to launch. Bend with the wind. Almost there.
The Sport Clips MVP haircut experience is like nothing else in the world.
And now, it's better than ever.
It's a perfectly steamed hot towel, infused with our signature scent. A 7-point massaging shampoo. And neck and shoulder, Nirvana.
Oh, yeah.
The MVP haircut experience, only at Sport Clips.
Papa John's just flipped pizza night on its head. This is the new crispy Parm pizza, and it puts toasted Parmesan where it's never been before, on the bottom. Introducing the crispy Parm pizza, only from Papa John's.